What's going on, folks? It is deer hunting season, baby. We are going out for the first time tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Actually, I didn't look door time, but early AF in the morning. It's actually the first time I've ever sat in a tree stand for deer, believe it or not. I know you guys are like, Flair, I thought you loved deer hunting. How could you have never sat in a tree before? Because I spent a lot of money on elevated blinds. Carol, I'm doing the intro. Hey. You're next. Anyways, I spent a lot of money last year. This isn't why, I'm just telling you the situation. On the big enclosed warm blinds. We also didn't do a whole lot of deer hunting in early season, being like September. And so by the time we actually got out there, it was chilly. And where we were seeing the deer, what just so happened to be in front of the elevated blinds rather than the trees. And so when the time came, you know, the handful of times I was able to hunt last year at the ranch, I'm like, why would I go sit in the tree when I know they're eating in the food plot that's right in front of me? But things are going to change. Because I've never sat in one with a bow. I've literally never sat, let alone shot, or let alone harvested a deer. And so that's what we're gonna do today. For the first time in today's episode, we are going to go climb up in a double tree stand, your boy and I, and we are gonna see if we can lace a deer. We've seen some nice big bucks on camera, as well as some does. We're gonna pick, there's two locations depending on the wind. One of them is in the desert plot, which always has good traffic, and then the other one is in the kind of the rectangle blocky plot. The west plot is what we call it on camera, and that's where we're gonna be sitting. But before we jump into it, I gotta let you guys know that Bucks is dropping all new brand new merch tonight. So if you're watching this, it's already live, including that is Bucks camo, folks. Oh, ninja mode. Let's see it. Oh, hang on. Wait, you got it. Wait for it. Ninja mode. If you want to look like a ninja, or you want this hat, you want a bunch of other products, there's a ton of brand new stuff. And you guys remember last year, we had a Founders Edition t-shirt. It actually sold out super, super fast because we launched Bucks last year for the first time. We came out with another Founders shirt, being that it's year number 2, and it's exclusive. It's only going to be available for the next, I mean, it depends on when it sells out, probably 48 hours more than likely. Once it's gone, it is gone for good, but it's just exclusive. If you guys bought the first Founders Edition shirt, we never sell it again. It's a one of one. It's one of a kind. Once it's gone, it is gone. And we've got another one that drops tonight. It's available right now. Link down in the description down below. Go to buckshunting.com and you can check it out. And if you bought the first year's one, the Founders Edition, you got to collect the second one because it's going to be a collector's edition item. So that's dropping. A bunch of other stuff is dropping as well. We got a bunch of new stuff coming, but we're getting ready for archery today. We got to feed Big Mama. She's looking for some grain. We got to feed Big Mama, and then we got to get the bow. I've been repping a little bit. We need a few more reps. Got to make sure I'm freaking dialed in on the old bow and practice shooting from, you know, an elevated area and make sure I'm ready to go. And then we are going to pack everything up and we're going to head to the ranch first thing in the morning for an early morning deer sit. Fingers crossed, we shoot Big Sheila. You guys stay tuned. There you go. There you go. Ralphie, good morning, buddy. How you doing? You having a good day? Everybody misses you. Everybody's asking, where's big boy Ralph? Llama, oh my God, get them flies off you. All right, we gotta hit these boys with some spray. We got fly problems again, boys. We have all these dang chickens. We still got fly problems. Yeah. There you go. All right, Pedro, you need in? You mean to let you in? No, don't run, Pedro.
Pedro, no.
Pedro. Come on, Pedro. There you got it. All right, Pedro is safe and sound. Everything's taken care of. Birds are pretty much good to go. There's nothing too crazy there. All you guys are always wanting to see the animals, so there they are. And we're gonna run up to the shop. We're gonna grab the bow. We're gonna grab the target, get the old field tips, lace a few arrows downrange, and as long as I'm hitting, I feel like I gotta go. I got 6 arrows?
You got 3, but we can shoot them twice.
Oh, 3. Oh, true. I need to go. I gotta go 6 for 6 to feel good about it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I gotta hit.
I say we sling her once and call it.
One?
Yeah.
Just 360 no scope?
Yeah.
All right, we'll give her a shot. Stay tuned. 25. Hey, how's it going? Get a couple practice reps in. Make sure your boy's still freaking dialed. 25. I think my pins last year were 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. Pretty sure. Oh! I hit something. That was, I'll be honest, that was a pretty shaky shot. First one's always a little rough. Yes, I know this is not a great representation of what's gonna make to be in a tree. So we're gonna do this. I gotta climb on a roof somewhere and imitate an elevated shot. Ooh, all right, not terrible. That was definitely still shaky. All All right, boys, let's go take a look. I think I was kind of all over the target. This thing was a little wobbly. I need to tighten up some stuff, but oh yeah, that last one almost. Oh no, it wasn't that bad. I mean,
3 in the old box.
Yeah, I did hit 3 in the box.
You're aiming for the lungs. You got it done.
I mean, those are your last 2. That was your first one. So I'm a little to the west here. 25-yard shot. Not terrible. I've done worse for sure. I gotta find a way to get up. I can climb on Sherry. Pick me up in the skid maybe. Well, not my best performance. I need to get up on an elevated surface, shoot down on it. If I can hit all 3 inside the green again from an elevated surface, I think I'm good to go tomorrow. So stay tuned. Oh yeah. Found the elevation, boys. Retaining wall strat, they're dialed. Ooh! Ooh! Woo! I think I'm shooting a little left, but that was a tight group. Look at this, boys. I mean,
pretty dialed. I'd
wonder if I'm just built for the frickin' trees, huh? The retaining walls. We need to put a retaining wall on the field. I mean, look at that, dude. That's like a 1-inch grouping. And I'm aiming for the middle. I'm probably 2 inches off of center. I was pulling left, probably because my form is messed up because my shoulders feel like they're about to explode now. In case you're curious, hypodysplasia, I think is what it's called.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a big word. I've never been able to say it. My shoulder, if you take an x-ray of my shoulders, it looks super messed up. And actually, I hadn't been able to shoot a bow my entire life until I started using this one, which this is an elite bow, and I shot 2 deer with it last year, and my shoulders feel fine. My shoulders they're burning a little right now, just because I haven't been shooting a ton. I just need to get the reps in. But I mean, the accuracy. I mean, that's a dead deer. I just need to sneeze and pull a little right, and I'm there. I mean, I feel confident. So if I whiff on a deer tomorrow, just know I got the shakes and choked. I'm perfectly capable of hitting the target within freaking 1 inch of each other. I mean, that's one of the tightest groupies I think I've had. About ½ inch away from Robin Hood. So I'm good with it. I'm comfortable with it, especially shooting elevated. That was about maybe a little lower than what our tree is, but pretty darn close. Feeling good about it. My buck senses are tingling. We'll see you guys in the morning. Shoo! We gotta be quiet, folks. It is time to go do some deer hunt. It's actually chilly out here. I got the freaking Buck's thermal hoodie on, but I do have ninja mode, don't worry. Once we get in the tree, we will activate, we're getting it. We're gonna activate ninja mode here. If I can figure out how to work a hood. There it is. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They ain't gonna see it coming. We're getting geared up here. Got the bow ready. Headlamp. We got the old golf cart, the old silent killer, and we got the Buck's backpack. We're gonna load it up with binos, rangefinders, camera gear, GoPros, you name it. We are gonna be ready to rock and roll. So we're gonna hurry up. We got 30 minutes for shooting light, which I know is probably, we're pushing it, okay? We had to take a poop at the gas station. We are gonna get this thing off the trailer, get her loaded up. Can you believe you can see her breath? That don't make any sense. I think it's supposed to be like 87 degrees today. I don't know why it's so cold at night. Anyways, I'm gonna quit talking. We're gonna get this stuff. We're gonna head over. We're going to the West Plot. This is the big square block. It's not the boomerang. It's a square block where there's a double stand and there's a little trail right next to us. So hopefully the deer use the trail today. We've seen a couple here and there. They're not super consistent. No mondo bucks that we've seen yet, but the only way to figure it out is to actually get out there yourself and give her a look. So anyways, we'll see you guys over up at the stand. Sitting over about 10 acres of beans and weeds, but there's beans in there, I promise. We're sitting over the plot. We've got a trail over my right shoulder, a trail over my left shoulder, and then we're looking over the plot. Where they tend to bed is in the timber behind us. So assuming they come from bedding to food, we should have two. Hopefully it's not that side, otherwise you'll be ducking. There's a really good chance we'll see deer today. Even if we don't shoot them, we'll at least learn something. All I know is these double stands are nice. I'm big chillin'. Now the deer are gonna come in. Alright boys, as you can see in front of us, that is all beans and weeds. Big, tall, fluffy. So, might make it a little tough to get a good shot, but with archery, they're gonna have to be, within probably 40 for me to, sling an arrow. But now we sit and wait. We can see a lot. I mean, you can see there's a lot. There's a tower blind way down there, you can see. We could hunt it out of that, but when it's this warm out, you might as well sit in a tree. I feel like one with nature when I'm in the tree versus in the blind. You're just in the blind. I did bring jockey milk, so if we don't see anything for an hour, I'll pop that, and they're gonna be getting all horned up. Fingers crossed we see Big Sheila. Alright, boys. Well, as you saw, we had medium-sized Sheila show up. She was giving it the old sniff. She didn't bust on us, though, which is nice. I mean, she definitely saw us and smelled us, but she never busted. So I'm thinking that the Bucks cam worked. She was cautious, but when she was right down there, she was right at 25 yards. Totally shootable. That's what I was shooting the target at yesterday, earlier in today's video. The problem is, there's so many freaking weeds out here. I mean, now you can really see it. There's a lot of weeds. I saw her head pop up a couple times. She disappeared, and then bam, she was right in front of us. I had no time to stand up, grab the bow. We got the bow dangling up high, so that way I can just stand up and go. I don't know if this is the best spot. The desert plot might be better. Those are the only two double stands we have up right now. But it's super early in the season, so we're out here getting some reps in. Like I said, first time sitting in a tree stand ever. I like it though. I think it's more fun than an elevated blind. So we're gonna just hang out here. Hopefully we get either another doe like that. I would take. Preferably a big buck would be nice. I'm really hoping they'll come from there. We'll start seeing them through the trees. I can stand up. They get to there. We see there's a scrape. I don't know if you guys can see that white branch, but there's a scrape right there. So we're curious what made that. Well, I guess technically a rub. That's a rub, but there's probably a scrape beneath it. You guys get what I'm saying? The freaking deer over there. So we're gonna wait and hang out. We came up not to this plot. We came to the other plot last week about 8:30 in the morning, and there was like 10 does out in the field eating. So what we're curious about is, are there going to be tons of deer in this one too? Is it later, or do they just like the boomerang plot better? We don't have any tree stands. The boomerang plot's the problem. That's why we sat here. So there's your guys' update. Stay tuned. All right, boys. It's about 8. It's been shooting light for about an hour and a half. We had one that came right out of that scrape over there. She was a little young looking, not bad. I'm being a little picky, but at the end of the day, they're all gonna taste great. So, if one like that, maybe a little older, shows up, we might have to take the old poke, but we watched her. She walked out. She didn't bust us though. The old buck's camo. They ain't seen us. We've had a couple that are sniffing. There's no wind, so that doesn't usually help. And then we saw
a mama and a youngin behind us, and they busted us pretty quick. And then, was there more? There was one out in the field. Yeah, we saw just for a little bit. Like I said, those freaking weeds are so dang tall, they're tough to see, but we got a quick shot of one that was kind of out in the middle. I'm waiting for them to peel from either side. Like, they're not dumping into the field like I thought they would be. Besides the ones behind us, almost every deer we've seen has been in range. The one out in the middle was a little far. Well, it was really far, but like, surprisingly, a lot of the deer are hanging out right here, which was not really like, we didn't like manage it for that. I mean, this is just like a good pinch point, I guess. But surprisingly, like, we've actually had several opportunities to shoot a deer today. They're not big Sheila, they're not big bucks, but they're deer, which a deer is a deer. So I don't think this spot is terrible. I think we just need to, that scrape over there, we might need to put a mock scrape somewhere here, or a little, like, just get them a little closer. But I would say half the deer we've laid eyes on today have been in bow range. Considering we didn't hardly do any scouting, I feel like that's pretty dang good. So anyways, we'll probably stick it out till maybe 9 or so. Give it another hour. We're not looking for an all-day sit. We just want to get our feet wet. We want to look, see what time the deer are coming out, see if there's any bucks cruising yet, check out the plots, and just kind of get a lay of the land. But fingers crossed, we get another deer to get within. The 25 yards is like a sweet spot. If we can get something around that area, I think it's going to be pretty difficult for me to not throw a arrow downrange. So anyways, you guys stay tuned.
Meh. Meh. Hit her.
Yep. I'm nervous, boys. She ducked it. Well, she didn't duck it. She ducked. She almost ducked it. The arrow landed a little to the north, up towards the sky. On target wise, I didn't think it was terrible. We watched the footage again, kind of in slow-mo, and doesn't look bad. Doesn't look amazing. Doesn't look bad. We're thinking if she kind of rips through the woods, the arrow should break off, which should hopefully allow her to bleed out a little better. Also, if you looked, the arrow hit a little high and went down. It should have potentially clipped the right lung and definitely penetrated the left lung, which would be good. That's what you need. You need the lung, the heart, all that stuff like that. And I'm feeling good about it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not like not excited. I'm just trying not to get my hopes up is all. Because I know you guys are probably like, Flair, you just shot this deer. You're not even excited. No, I'm excited. I'm just nervous. If that arrow would have went through that deer, like a clean through, I'd be freaking out right now. First ever tree stand bow kill ever. But I'm skeptical. I've never had an arrow stick in a deer. I've actually only shot 2 other deer with an arrow. That was last year. I'm not like a big archery veteran. So you guys will have to comment down below. Before we go out, is she down or is she not down? I'm thinking she will be down. It may just take a little bit of time. So we're just going to hang out here. I'll probably give it at least an hour. At least an hour, maybe 2. I don't want to bump her. I don't want to be following her. I don't want to do any of that stuff. She could be dead right now. I don't know. I feel like when arrows just stay in the deer, it's never a good thing. I've also only shot a couple deer in my life, so I felt good about the shot. Ducking, I mean, you could compensate for ducking and aim low, but if they don't duck, then the odds of you getting them is not great. So I put it on target. I shoot. She ducked it. It is what it is. It happens. But all I know is she got hit. She got smacked with the old arrow. So we're going to hang out here for a couple hours And we'll get boots on the ground, go find the blood trail, and hopefully get my first ever tree stand deer harvest. Get her skinned up, get her gutted out, and do a little catch, clean, cook action. So you guys stay tuned. All right, boys, 2.5 hours later. We wanted to be certain. She was standing, so there's our tree stand. I don't know if you guys can see that up there. She was standing right in here, and then she tucked around this bend. I'll show you that rub here that we were talking about earlier. I think she kind of ran near. Look at that. I mean, oh, wow, that's a freaking, I bet we didn't hear her crash, though. That's steep.
She literally launched off of that, didn't she?
Yikes. Anyways, look at that.
That's one heck of a rub.
That's a really big rub. All right, well, this is where the fun begins. Oh, here's my arrow, dude.
Oh, it did break. Oh, we might be in business. Got blood on there.
There's blood. Whoa, that's weird. I didn't expect it to. Surprised we didn't see it break on camera. I guess I didn't really pay that close of attention.
Yeah, that's good. It broke on her backside.
The exit side.
And this fell out the front.
So she's
bleeding.
She's dead.
Keep that.
She's got to be dead.
I wonder if the tip fell out too then when it broke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it did. Oh, so
This was sticking out like this.
And it would have. So she would have.
there and this fell out the back.
Oh, she's definitely dead then, dude. I got blood right here. It looks like. Yep. Oh, here it is. What the? Dude, that was the craziest. How? I'm an idiot, dude. I was playing with the blood.
That's pretty good blood.
That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Dude, I'm so dumb. I saw this, and my finger was under the arrow, but I didn't see the arrow when I did it.
It fell out right away. That's good.
So
she's been bleeding for 2 hours.
Yeah, she ain't. There ain't no way.
There's a deer trail right here. I think she jumped on this trail and went.
Well, I'm trying to find the blood. So there's some here. Right. I've learned that lesson. Every time I ignore blood and I'm like, I'll just look with my eyes. I always have to go find the blood again. That's good. I mean, dude, that was the weirdest thing. I literally had my finger next to the arrowhead, but I didn't see it. I mean, there's no way she went that way. We might as well just go to the bottom and then look for blood. Like, she has to go down this way. The question is, did she go back up or did she run the ravine? That's really all. Oh, that looks fresh. Yeah, she's stomping. I mean, she had to go that way. Why don't you go that way? I'll go down this one. Okay. That looks fresh right here. I don't see any blood. That's not good. I mean, I'm seeing fresh her walking. I just don't see any blood.
Oh, I got it.
You got blood?
Yeah.
No way. No way.
Look at that. There's a blood clot in it.
Good call on the split up, because I would have been lost there. I mean, I'll be honest, this is pretty rugged terrain. If she made it out of this valley, she's probably in good condition for her, not great for me. I mean, this is what we're talking about, this creek here. I think we need to get back on that blood, otherwise we're gonna just keep wandering here. So that was a good spot of blood you found though. We just need to stay on it. I've made that mistake before. You just get ahead of yourself. I always have to go find the blood again. So we think she stepped down this, right?
Yeah, the blood's right on top of that little.
The top?
Right there.
So that's the last blood we have. All right, well, I'll let you know when you find more blood. All right, I'm crossing the creek. Jake found blood up this. Yep, look at that.
There, and
good.
There's a bunch of drops down in there.
Freaking good eye. You're better than Lucy at tracking. Lucy would be nice if we could use her. So we just gotta keep following. Let's keep walking and keep looking for blood. Oh, I got blood. Right here. Look at this.
Oh yeah. Right.
It's airy. It's airy.
That's lungs.
Yeah, that's lungs. Oh, there's more right here. On the back side of this leaf.
There we go.
Right here.
All right.
Okay. I got blood. A lot of blood.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's gonna be laying up here, boys. I guarantee it. You see this?
Oh god, yeah.
She's gonna be bedded down against one of these trees. Yeah, we'll just we can get to there.
All right, perfect.
We'll bring it once we find her. If you want to walk back or whatever, I'll get field dressing. You got more?
Right here.
Oh, dude, she's dead for sure. Let's go, dude. Now she's on flat ground, so this is where she could really go anywhere. So we gotta stay on it now. I got no blood over here. I'm gonna keep walking. There's some tall grass where I could probably see blood better. I don't see any blood here. There's a trail, but I don't see any. There's enough blood for me to feel good about it. I've tracked deer before where you don't see much. Some of them you still find them. I'm off the blood, boys. We gotta go back. Yeah. It's been 6 hours. We didn't find any more blood. I mean, I can't even tell. I'm soaked in sweat. That was the stand we were in this morning. Shot her standing there. She ran through there. We followed blood. We've walked miles and miles. Been determined. I didn't want to pick up the camera until we were ready to wave the flag. We had Nate out here. We got backup. We did grid searching. We didn't find a speck of blood after the last one for the last 6 hours. We don't know. I mean, you guys saw the shot
you know, if the deer didn't duck, it probably would have at least double lunged it. Maybe not heart, I don't know. You know, I'm second guessing things like, should I have stopped her? Should I not have? I really wasn't planning on stopping her until she didn't stop, and I didn't want it to get any further out than that 28, 30 yard range. I've personally experienced both sides of ducking, where I don't stop the deer and their belly almost hits the ground and you completely miss. And I've experienced where you do stop the deer and it goes right through their heart and they don't even flinch. So I'm sure there's some of you guys in the comments like, yeah, Flair, you shouldn't have stopped the deer. It wouldn't have flinched. I can't agree or disagree with you. I've seen it both ways. I've seen it where you don't stop them and they flinch like crazy, and you do stop them and they do. And then on this one, you know, I did stop her, and, you know, she didn't duck like crazy, but she ducked, you know, just the 2 inches that needed not to hit her right lung, clipping just her left one. You know, it probably didn't help that the arrow didn't fully pass through. I mean, the broadhead went through. It's not, the broadhead didn't stick. The broadhead exited, and then it broke off, as you guys saw. Man, it's a bummer. I mean, I don't think I've lost a deer before. I'm new to archery, and I've been blessed to, you know, the first buck I shot, it went 5 yards. And the doe I shot last year went 50, you know, and didn't make it too far. Those are both lung and heart shots. This is the first one that I've not hit precisely where I was going for. Yeah, you archery hunters get it. Some of you guys may not think you get it, but if you archery hunt long enough, I feel like it's pretty much happened to everybody. Maybe not. Maybe there's some beasts out there that I haven't had it happen yet. Like I said, I was 2 for 2. You know, we're not going to completely give up, but we got to get back. We haven't had breakfast or lunch. It's like 3 p.m. and it's 92 degrees out here. So we're gonna regroup. There's only so much you can do. I mean, this property's 400 acres, not including all my neighbors' land, obviously. We have a suspicion that it clotted up. Somehow it clotted up. I don't know how it clots up out of both sides. We confirmed it was bleeding out of both sides. We found 2 long pieces of grass where down on the leaf there was a big spot, and then up on the tall grass was another spot where it was bleeding out of both left and right. It somehow clotted up both ways, which to me just doesn't make sense. But we walked the area where we lost the blood with 3 guys for 5 hours, and nobody found anything. Didn't find the deer, didn't find blood. I mean, vanished. So I don't think there's really a whole lot we can do right now. You know, there's a chance she was alive. When we went back, we waited 2.5 hours. I figured that was long enough. We started looking about 10:30. There's a chance she was alive and got up and ran. You know, maybe she bedded down a 1/4 mile from here and then ran even further. We never found where she bedded down, though. We never could find if she went left, right, or straight. We couldn't find if she went, we walked up this creek because she went down there. We walked up this creek, we walked down this creek. We went up in the pasture. I mean, we walked the perimeter. We walked the fence line of this entire like quadrant of my property, and didn't find a speck, not a speck of blood. You saw how easy it was for us to find the blood trail early on. 3-4 guys for 5 hours would have found 1 spot of blood if she was still bleeding. She stopped bleeding, and unfortunately, I highly doubt she's gonna make it. You know, I don't think she's probably gonna make it. You know, she's not gonna live and survive, and that's unfortunate because it's just feel like you waste. You know, you feed the coyotes, you know, and the vultures and stuff like that. It's not like it goes to waste. But you know, that was something I was definitely looking forward to catch, clean, cooking my first archery tree stand deer. Just bummed, man. I mean, it's just, I know it happens. I know it's not like I'm the first guy to ever have it happen, but it just sucks. It's just like, God, you did all this work and you planned it, and in my eyes, I made an okay shot, a decent, good shot. It could have been better, of course, but it's not like I spined it. It's not like I hit it in the ass. It's not like I hit it in the neck. You know, I didn't wound it for it to go suffer. I mean, I assume it's gonna be, if it's not already dead, it'll be dead by, you know, morning. God, it just is really a bummer, especially after seeing all the blood, man. Like if we didn't see any blood and we never found the arrow, it's like, oh, maybe the arrow stuck and it clotted around the arrow and it is what it is, and she'll eventually die, which is honestly worse because I think she would probably suffer more than she is now. But it's the fact that we had such high hopes. We saw all that blood, all that trail, and then just it vanished. It vanished. Nothing left of it. Freaking sucks. Like I said, I don't know if I could have changed anything besides, you know, compensating for a duck, which I mean you could do, but if they don't duck, then what, right? Like, you know, it's tough. It was a tough decision stopping her. I like I said, I didn't plan on it. She wouldn't stop. I didn't want her to keep walking. There was a branch in my way, and as soon as she passed it, I shot. And I did what I could. I took an ethical shot. It's not like I freaking rainbowed one out there. It's just part of bow hunting, I guess. I'm learning, right? This is my first time sitting in a tree. I've shot 2 other deer out of with a bow last year. So that would be my 3rd. So I'm green. I'm new to this deal. So if you guys have any tips, suggestions, you know, are you guys big, you know, don't stop them people? Do you like stopping them? Do you like to stop them by saying something besides, meh? You know, what give me some advice. Or your advice might just be better luck next time, because that's hunting. That's why it's called hunting and not killing. It's just part of it. So let me know. I hate to end this video on a sad note. Most of my videos are freaking just happy, and just how can you be happy right now knowing that that deer is either out there and is suffering or is dead, and I'm not able to harvest the meat out of it. I mean, it's a bummer. We are going to go for obviously some redemption at some point. I just don't think walking, I mean, like I said, I don't know, maybe you guys think putting 5-6 hours with 3 or 4 guys is not enough. To me, I've seen the same leaf 9 times. Like, you can't get any wider than this. I mean, we walked miles. I don't see, without a single, speck of blood. That's just it. I haven't found any blood. If the laws here permitted to have a dog to track, I would. I'm going to call the DNR too and see if they'll let me bring Lucy out, or maybe a certified tracking dog as well, since we've kind of exhausted all efforts. And obviously, if we find the deer, you'll see that in today's episode. But if not, then you're not. Like I said, I'll call the DNR and to see what they want me to do. If they want to come help us look, if they want, I mean, I'd like to. I think Lucy would definitely help. I don't know if she would be able to find it, but she would definitely be able to help. Maybe at least once we lost, the blood, she could point us in the right direction potentially. So we'll see what they say. I would like to bring her out, but for now, I'm gonna end the video. I'm gonna assume that we did not find the deer, and I gotta practice more, I guess. Like I said, I don't know what I would have done different, but I mean, I need to be better. Again, I need to figure it out. I need to go watch the footage. I only rewatched it one time. I need to study the footage, figure out what did I do wrong, what could I have done better, and I need your guys' help. But on a brighter note, Bucks does have brand new merch, including this. And even though it's 90 degrees out and I am a little sweaty, this thing is it's sweet. And it's actually cool because you can put the face mask behind you, so it doesn't bunch up on your neck. It keeps your neck cool, especially when it's hot out. But Bucks has a bunch of brand new merch. You can click the link in the description, go to buckshunting.com, get geared up, and we got stuff for archery hunters, rifle hunters. A ton of new stuff is coming. A bunch of stuff is already on the website. And remember, we do have the Founders shirt. So if you bought the first one or you missed on the first one, it's a collector's item. And once it is gone, it is gone. So I suggest you guys click the link down in the description down below and go check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll catch you next one, and peace.